Welcome back to the Engravers virtual trade show. Our next segment will be on belts. Our original belt was a very plain flat belt that we could put nameplates on. We offered them in black as well as brown with the matching nameplates and sold tons of them where we put the plates all the way around. Everyone starts with one. We have customers for tradition every year at Devon. They get a new plate added as they get new horses and sometimes new belts as they outgrow them. And as everything else, it evolved into lots and lots of choices on the belts. We still carry the original, very simple leather made in the United States belt, but we added things like the fancy stitched belts. And then we got into tons of different colors, as you can see on the rack. And our latest color, which is back to the gray. And isn't that handsome? We're excited about that and think that that'll do very well. It's sort of funny how we got into the colors. We were just doing black and brown belts like everyone carried, and we had those. And I had a customer who was probably in her early 80s who we had made a bag for, and it had blue handles. And she came in and announced that she wanted a blue belt to go with her blue handle bag. And I'm like, but we don't make blue belts. And she's like, you do now. And the colored belts were born. And so I teased her for the rest of her life. She was a lifelong customer, that she was our fashionista on our belts. But we have way more than the fancy stitched I showed. That's our 1.5 inch fancy stitched. We do a wider one for the breeches with the wider belt loops. These are 1 3/4. And again, they come in all the different colors. And all of our belts, and actually I haven't mentioned this before, but all of our Green Hill products, we use gold stitching if it has brass hardware, and then we use silver stitching if it has silver hardware. This is one of our signature looks that we're very proud of. We find that the silver stitching, it just has a slight metallic sheen to it. Doesn't look like metal, but it doesn't look as dirty as the white stitching does after time, and we just love the look that the gold stitching gets. Then, of course, we weren't satisfied with just that in belts. So, actually, we're going to go over to this side first. Let me show you this. We, of course, kept the nameplate belts, and this is one of our best-selling belts. It's our little halter belt. It's, again, a great kids belt. It's not expensive. It's one that if you're at a horse show and parents forgot the belt, it's not one that they're going to be mad at you for selling them this belt. And it's solid brass buckle. It's made in the United States, and it's great for putting on nameplates because you have a center line to just guide you. But we had to take it further, and so now we offer a wider version of the same belt, 1.5 inch version, that we can do 2 rows of nameplates. So we've done up to about 25 nameplates on these belts. This is a Triple Crown winner belt, and Justify kind of messed it up by the end. So I guess if there's another Triple Crown winner, we're going to have to redo the belt, which is a lot of work, but it's good practice on the attaching. Then we wanted fun belts. We offer these with a little bit in tons of different color combinations, and we can even put a plate or 2 on this if they want it personalized. We never recommend putting a plate in the dead center of the back because most pants have a belt loop in the dead center of the back, and you're going to cover up our pretty plate. Then, of course, we're still not satisfied, so we've added more and more belts. These are what we call our woven belt, and we do all sorts of fun colors with this red metallic on a red, white, and blue belt, and a very preppy looking belt with the Devon blue and pink. And then we've added our window pane belts, and they're just as handsome as can be with the different colors. We even do them with faux snakeskin or faux zebra. And our most recent belt, because we're always adding belts, is this padded belt. It's, again, 2-tone. It goes with the bracelets that we've showed you. It goes with the halters. And this, of course, is the new gray with the black padding on the back of that belt. And we like that, but the pink looks very handsome. And the last belt we're going to show you is kind of fun. It's a reversible belt. We sell a lot of these to, especially pre-pandemic, for women that traveled for corporate things, because it's reversible. The buckle just pulls out and flips over. Well, this buckle is silver and it only is available that way, but it's great. You can have a get the right color that I want to show you, a nice black belt for day, and then you just switch it to a bright red belt for going out at night. Most of our belts we can put a nameplate on, not the reversible, but pretty much everything else we can put a plate on if you want it personalized.